Hi, you're listening to Abacadabra Radio. I'm Abby, your host, and on this podcast we talk about manifestations, meditations, timeline jumping, tarot card insights, astrological insights, literally whatever comes up. Happy to have you guys here for the ride. Hello, my friends. Here we are back with another episode. And I am just absolutely on fire because this is the third thing I'm recording today. It's Sunday. I've already recorded a 0 point field meditation, to get into the 0 point field, which I think I probably will have already released that. Or maybe I'm releasing this first, I don't know. But the 0 point field meditation is going to be free, and it's going on where you can find the podcast. I'll probably put it on YouTube too. That's really, really awesome. It gets you to the 0 point field. It's not guiding you through it. It's just getting you to it so you can manifest some epic stuff. And I also did a money hypnosis that I just tried and have just come out of. It's 20 minutes, and holy shit, it might be the best thing that I've ever done. I'm not kidding. I love my timeline shifting audio, which you can find on my website. But this, I've done hypnosis before. I haven't recorded one myself to put out in the world, but I've recorded them and done them for myself before. This one, I just knew it was working because when you're doing a hypnosis, I just know it's good, and that's not take my word for it and try it out. I'm going to put it out on my website, so you guys will be able to purchase that. And I appreciate everyone who's purchased the timeline shifting audios, the different audios that I put out there, getting their own meditations, all those things. So let's just, thank you guys so much. I appreciate all the positive feedback I've gotten, because that's been really awesome too. And I'm on a cloud right now because meditate, anyway, hi. It's me. So lately, I know in the past I'm I'm not really concerned about money. And now I'm I'm going to manifest the shit out of some abundance. I'm manifesting big money because I'm, I told you guys, I'm going to win the lottery. I'm fully deciding I am going to win the lottery. I will be a jackpot winner. I am just in that world where I'm I just am. I just know it. I just am full-bodied, no doubt in my mind, I'm a winner. And now we'll just see how long it takes for that to be made manifest. Let's see. It is mid-January right now. We are coming to a close of the month, sort of. I think we have a week and a half left. So it's still kind of mid-January. I think it's the 20th. Yeah, it's the 22nd. This month has felt super weird because it's gone really fast, but also in some ways it's felt really fast, in other ways it's felt really slow. And I have honestly felt I have lived 4 or 5 different very solid timelines and been wow, okay, lots of transformation. I did, as you guys know if you listened to the last episode, I was navigating some old patterns that could have come back, and they came back even harder after I recorded that episode, and the opportunity to react the same way came back, and I'm just such a different person and in such a different mindset that I did not react the same, and nothing reflected back even remotely the same. And even though things started to look sort of similar last year, night and day, very, very, very different. So that's very exciting. That's also, I noticed with my boyfriend, he had a very, he had something cycle back through, but it was weird because he, last year, he hit his hand at work, and his finger got infected, really bad, to the point where they had to, drain it. He had to go to, a place and they had to drain it. And then a couple weeks ago, he smashed his hand in the front door and hurt his the top knuckle of his middle finger. I'm pretty sure it was the same. No, I don't think it was the same finger, but it was the same hand that they had to drain. And he went to the doctor just to make sure everything was fine a few days later. And it was the same doctor that had drained his hand. And when they looked at his chart, they were like, oh yeah, it was like almost a year to the day that you did that. And we had to drain your hand. And like, I'm just like, wow, that's really interesting that he had that like weird, I wonder what it meant for him. I don't know. I'm not him, but if it were me, I'd be like, okay, how am I showing up differently? How am I going to do this differently? Because I don't want to do it again and again. And yeah, so maybe him showing up differently was going to the doctor after like 3 or 4 days instead of waiting until it got really bad and he had to get it drained. But I don't know. I'm not him. But I just, I'm not the only person who had things resurface and re-show up during that Mercury retrograde. And I'm so excited that Mercury's out of retrograde. I know we're in shadow period. But, yeah, I'm very excited to be out of retrograde time for the most part. Another thing, if you follow me on the TikTok, if you don't, why not? A lot of the stuff that I talk about on here, I talk about in short form on TikTok. So if you want like in real time kind of realizations that I end up recording on here, you can go to that and you'll probably get a lot of the things that I end up blabbering about on here for 20 plus minutes, if I can get to 20 minutes. So the week before, was it? Yeah, the week before, I was PMSing, number one, which is fine, we all do it. Around the time that I PMS, I get a overwhelming just feeling very like unsupported by people in my reality, which is very interesting because everybody in my reality supports me. I just demon out and I'm like, nobody supports me. I have to do everything myself. And then I feel like this is how I manifested the car accident. I put myself in that place of being like not supported. And then the car accident that I manifested, I believe, was to show me that I can lean on people in my reality and actually allow myself to, because I had to, which is great. Luckily, I didn't manifest a car accident. I just dug into, so I was starting to feel that, and I was feeling really overwhelmed at work because it's year end, and I'm a bookkeeper. I help my dad manage rental properties, and I'm an embroiderer. I do a lot of different jobs, and a lot of those jobs got very, very busy, which is fine. I like being busy. It keeps me, doing stuff during the day, aside from all this other spiritual shit that I do. Like, why not keep it interesting? So I was so overwhelmed and so busy, and I just had so many things happening at once and so many people coming to, not customers, but like other people, like coworkers and this and that and like whatever, that didn't necessarily have to be happening. And they were like, it made me feel like I had to like do a lot for a lot of people, and it just pissed me off like really bad. So I started digging into my human design chart because I'm like, this is going to tell me something I need to know. I don't know why, but I know it's going to tell me something I need to know. So I'm a 5-2 generator. My fifth line, I dug into my lines. I never really dig into that, but I dug into like what each line means. My fifth line, so I'm a heretic hermit. So the heretic in me loves to help, loves to provide. I'm a generator. I'm a worker bee. I love to do things for people. And people love to see me as the hero. But people also like to project onto me. So they will project onto me anything and everything. And at first, when people first get to know me, they're probably going to know me as like, this bitch gets things done. This is the person I need to go to when I need help because she's going to figure out what happens. That's just in my nature. Sometimes I don't know how I figure out how to get things done, but usually I'm like, the only way out is through, and I will get to the other side, and I do it very fast because I hate having projects like waiting in the wings. I do not like that, unless it's cleaning my house, in which case it can wait forever. Sorry, Nate. And I like had a lot of that happening in one day, and I was like very like, fuck this, I'm so overwhelmed and I don't have any time. Like, I didn't feel supported by my reality. And then I stopped and I'm like, are you supporting yourself? What would be supporting yourself right now? I looked at my second line, the hermit. And it like everything in my body was like, great, hide, hermit away. Don't let anybody go near, like if you can, lock yourself away. Luckily, at that time, I did have the ability at work to lock myself in my production room. I talked to my coworker and said, hey, I literally need to hermit away and just get work done. Like, if you really need me, by all means, call down, come get me, whatever. But I'm just going to, like, get work done that I know I need to get done so I'm not as stressed out. And I was able to effectively communicate that with her. I love her. She's been working with us forever. She's a gem. She's great. So I pulled my curtain so no one could see in, and then the next day I bought privacy film so I don't have to pull a curtain anymore, and now, like, just no one can see in, and I'm, like, a little more, like, hidden, which is nice because I work with, there's a lot of windows where I am, so it's kind of like a fishbowl so people can, like, see me, and I don't like that. I do not like that. Not all the time anyway. And I pulled the curtain, I locked the door, and all I needed was literally after like an hour of it, I was like, oh, this is what I needed. Like, the alone time, the time to be alone and feel productive, or not productive, but, like, in this case I was at work, so feeling productive. That was what I needed. And then, like, for the next couple of days, it was like, I wasn't very social, and I was like, cool, I can just honor needing to have the time to myself, needing to hermit away, needing to be on my own. And it recharged me and, like, put things in a new perspective. Like, yeah, no, like, you don't have to be everybody's hero. People just think of you that way sometimes. And, like, I'm not, like, trying to give myself a complex saying, like, I'm a hero, because, like, I think it's silly if people actually think I'm a hero. I think I'm just a helpful person. And because of human design, like, I'm using hero as, that's what they say. The heretic, the hero, heretic, not heretic, Jesus, hermit. So yeah, if you, like, look it up online, you'll see that people like to project heroic things onto these fifth lines. Where is that accent coming from? I do that all the time. And then as soon as the person, like, doesn't come through in the way that they want, they project, like, shitty things onto them. So that's fun. It makes a lot of sense, though, for things that I've gone through in my life. But, like, people who, like, really, really... what I've learned also is, like, don't share a lot of yourself, because when you are a fifth line and you share too much of yourself, people get to know who you really are. And for some reason, they don't like that, because they projected all this, like, fantasy onto you. But the people who really know you and who are still in your lives, like my friend that I've had for 20 years, my family, my boyfriend, like, people who, like, actually genuinely know me, they're like, yeah, no, you're fine anyway. Like, we still love you. But, like, it was interesting to know when you first meet people, like, don't be an open book as a fifth line. And I am the epitome of an open book. Like, I have a podcast, I have a TikTok, I have another TikTok, I have 3 Instagrams. Like, I share every fucking aspect of my life. And I probably shouldn't do that, but I do. Yeah. So that's what had been going on with that. And I'm, like, if you're into astrology, if you're into anything like that, then maybe check out your human design. There are some things with human design that I don't necessarily follow or, like, pay attention to. They probably would make sense if I did, but I don't. I feel like it's a schematic of, like, the best way to navigate reality for you. And again, you can give and take different things that you may or may not want. All right, let's talk about what everybody loves. Manifestation. Something that I've been doing a lot of lately is EFT tapping for manifestation, which is not something that I ever really did before. I've done EFT tapping to calm the fuck down, and I think it's really fucking helpful. And you can find YouTube videos to guide you through EFT tapping for anxiety, for depression, for this, for that. And it's a really great way of tapping on your meridian points, getting, like, energy moving through your body. Sometimes I'll just do EFT tapping to just feel normal, because if I, like, feel like stuck anxious energy, I just tap until I feel okay again. So I started doing that with manifesting, like, just for funsies. Like, I put one on my TikTok, a lucky girl or a lucky person EFT tapping, just to feel more lucky and accept more luck, and, like, move through any, like, feelings of resistance toward being lucky or towards the thought of being a lucky person, which is cool. I've done it. I haven't put any out for money. I probably will. I haven't put any out for love, but I probably will and probably should. But I found, like, a guy on YouTube who has some, and I've been following his with, like, money, because, like, I'm gonna win money. Like, a lot of money. I'm very excited about this, if you can't tell. So I've been doing a lot of that, which is very exciting, very cool. I enjoy doing it. I feel like blocks are being lifted through that. And yeah, when it comes to living your best life, consciously creating your reality, manifesting, whatever the fuck you want to call it, knowing that old things that you've thought is what is creating your reality is that like radical responsibility that you need in order to create. The other day I had a light bulb moment about your subconscious, kind of like I did and I didn't, because I've talked about how reality is like a simulation. I'm not saying it is, but it could be. If you think of like a gaming system, like a console, whatever, your subconscious is the hub of what is running programs in your life, in your mind. So you have to reprogram the hub, i.e. the subconscious, in order to get different programs to run for you. So if your subconscious is running a program of love is really difficult, I will never find my partner, I am doomed, I'm going to be alone forever, shit that I used to say to myself, or money's hard to come by, I never have enough, I can't receive more, which is one that I've had. One that I've had is I can't receive more, which is bullshit, and I'm working on it, and I've worked through it, and we're going to get more money. That's like so key in effectively aligning with things that you want. So think about or try to notice the different little thoughts you have when it comes to desires that you have. If you see someone driving a car you want, are you thinking, is there a thought in the back of your mind that's like, well, I don't have that yet, or that's not mine? Because I know for me, there have been a few instances where like I see my desire reflected back to me in my reality, but not for me specifically, and my first thought is, but I don't have that yet, or that's not mine yet. That's literally what I think. So it's like, okay, that's fine that you think that, but we got to work on that, because obviously subconsciously that is what like automatically you are thinking. So I am running that on autopilot. When I'm not thinking, that could be running through my subconscious mind at any time about, you know, money, love, relationships, work, being supported, whatever. So that's why things like EFT tapping, why things like hypnosis, why things like subliminal reprogramming, subliminal subconscious reprogramming can go a long way. So like when I would listen, I haven't done it too much lately, but I probably should. When I was listening to my subliminals when I was sleeping, I was noticing my automatic thoughts in the morning were far more positive than they had been. Not that they were like not positive, but automatically I was waking up like, this is my day. I'm ready for this epic day. I'm going to manifest the shit out of some abundance today. I'm going to have good things happen to me today. I was waking up very excited for life. Not that I'm not now or wasn't before, but like noticeably, significantly more positive. So I need to, mental note, Abby, you need to do that more. And I will. So yeah, your subconscious, don't sleep on that. When you're falling asleep at night, visualize good things. When you wake up in the morning, take an extra 5 minutes to lay in bed and tell yourself good things, because those theta brainwaves are still running. So the things that you are thinking as you wake up are really going to set the stage for the day. So have a list of positive affirmations to say. Run a script of things that you can hype yourself up about. Like, it's not that hard. And once you start seeing even slight results, because I have like I'm telling you guys, I've seen results. And I'm really excited to see it reflect back even bigger in my reality in different ways, because I know it's going to. It's just going to. So yeah, this was a very by the seat of my pants recording. So I didn't have a ton planned, but I feel like I talked enough. I'm probably going to hit almost 20 minutes, if not 20 minutes. So I'm cool with that. Let's see. Yeah, I don't have anything else to add. I love you guys very much. Know that you can email any questions to abacadabrapod@gmail.com. I have that email in the show notes. You can purchase email coaching, personalized subliminals. You can purchase that money hypnosis. You can purchase the timeline shifting audio. All of that stuff is on my website. I will put the link in the show notes as well, so you guys can take a look at that. And yeah, until next time, this is Abby, signing off.